Prey came out on Hulu just about a week or so ago, and I tell you what, I have not been a fan of the Predator series since probably the first Predator. I mean, I was a kid when I saw the first Predator, and I enjoyed it to a certain degree. Saw the second one, I was like, how do you go from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Danny Glover? Didn't really make sense to me, but the second one wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as so many nowadays say it is. We then got the Alien vs. Predator movies, which weren't terrible. Weren't terrible, but they also weren't great. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. The Predator always just seemed like an odd character to me. A character that just, I don't know. It just something about him just never really resonated with me as a bad guy, as a villain. I always rooted for the alien in the AVP film. So then we got that Predators film with that came out, what was that, 2012, 2013, something like that. I think was it Robert Rodriguez that made that one, maybe? I don't know. It was all right. There was a lot of excitement around it, I remember. It wasn't great, though. It did nothing to push the franchise forward. It basically was the first Predator just on a different planet or something like that. I mean, come on, you had Topher Grace in that movie. Topher Grace. Then we got the Shane Black, The Predator, which came out just a few years back. And my gosh, was that a horrible, 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 horrible film. Shane Black has fallen mightily sometimes. You know, let's not forget, he wrote the original Lethal Weapon. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, to this day, is probably still one of my top 10 favorite all-time films, if not top 5. 10, top 10. We'll go top 10. I absolutely adore that film. What is it? The Other Guys? Is that what it's called? Not The Other Guys. Nice Guys. That was great as well. Very Kiss Kiss Bang Bang like. But then he had films like Iron Man 3 and The Predator, which were just horrendous. So when they announced this Prey film, I was kind of sitting there like, why? They haven't hit a home run with this series, with this idea since the 80s with the first one, really. So why are they continuously going back to this well? And then it was, oh, it's not coming to theaters, it's going to Hulu, and the movie's going to take place in the 1700s. Well, to me, how can a predator, or how can anybody beat a predator in the 1700s? Not only that, but it's with Native Americans. So they don't have even the weaponry of the colonialists or anything like that. Their weaponry is bow and arrows and hatchets, essentially, and rocks. So I was kind of confused on how that was going to work, but then I started hearing the reviews and hearing people who were seeing this film, and man, the excitement around that movie was toxic, because it pushed me to watch Prey. It pushed me to put it on and check it out. And holy crap, was it good. It is wildly, wildly entertaining. No, it's not as good as the first Predator, but this is a very close second to that. There's so much in this film that just is really just cool. There's this moment when the main character takes a hatchet or a small axe and puts a rope on it, and she starts using it, or is going to use it as a weapon, and she throws it and pulls it through. It's badass. Now, there are a lot of people out there calling the woke culture with this film. Oh, they had to put a woman in the lead. First off, no. The story, the movie works as is. My opinion when it comes to the woke culture is when you're implementing or inputting somebody or someone into a role simply because of their race or gender. That's not the case here. This film was amazing. And it's not because it was a woman lead. It's not because that they pushed that a woman could do these things. The story was intriguing. They made you care about these characters. And then the action was solid. You actually have reasons on why these Native Americans from the 1700s can actually go toe-to-toe with a predator. And it's just absolutely fantastic and amazing. And I'm telling you, if you haven't watched it yet, which is baffling to me if you haven't, because it is the number one anything on Hulu ever. The number one movie, number one show to ever premiere on Hulu. It is fantastic. Do yourself a favor and go check out Prey. I loved it, and I think you will too. But let us know in the comments what you thought of Prey if you did see it. If you didn't see it, well, let us know in the comments what you thought of Prey after you do see it, because I think you will enjoy it.